Okay, Aruna ma'am,
Yes,
we are
ma'am.
live now, so you can start your presentation on AI ML.
Okay, sure, ma'am. Just, yeah. Good morning, everyone. Kindly confirm, am I audible and my screen is visible to you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, ma'am. So, this is Aruna Paute, Assistant Professor from Department of Information Technology. I'm going to introduce about honors minor degree program for artificial intelligence and machine learning. As per AICT and university norms, our college has introduced the honors and minor degree courses along with your regular UG courses. So AIML is one of the option for such course. So before going further, I want to share one video with you.
Future will not be held in your hand, and it won't be on your face either. Sorry, this is my wife. Hello?
Hey, Dave, are you a Ted?
Yeah, I'm on the red circle right now, actually.
Oh, great. Good luck, and don't forget to mention me.
I won't, babe. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you too. It's a new kind of wearable device and platform that's built entirely from the ground up for artificial intelligence. And it's completely standalone. You don't need a smartphone or any other device to pair with it. In fact, I'm wearing one right now. And it interacts with the world the way you interact with the world, hearing what you hear, seeing what you see. We like to say that the experience is screenless, seamless, and sensing. Say you're health conscious, or you have certain types of food considerations. Picked up one of these chocolates. Can I eat this?
A Milky Bar contains cocoa butter. Given your intolerance, you may want to avoid it.
My AI knows what's best for me, but I'm in total control. I'm going to eat it anyway.
Enjoy it.
These examples are just the start. As AI advances, we will see how it will transform nearly every aspect of our lives in ways that will seem unimaginable right now.
So this is actually the future of AI and ML. That is one question for you. What are the different tasks that human can do better than machine? Yes, anyone? What are the different tasks that human can do better than machine?
Ma'am, students are not there in the meet. They are watching on
Oh,
the
okay,
YouTube.
okay, no problem. So things that human can do better than machine is like puzzle solving, reading, creativity in the work or learning, then communication skills, imaginative skills, any physical learning like sports, critical thinking, and problem solving, etc. So here the question is, can we include such task in machine? And the answer is nothing but artificial intelligence and machine learning. So this is my presentation outline. I will discuss about the course description for the fourth semester, then what is the exactly eligibility criteria for opting this particular course, and what are the different job roles and opportunities are available. So this course is offered for 4 semester, semester 5th, semester 6, semester 7, inclusive of lab, and semester 8. So I will discuss the course one by one. So here, the first for the third semester, you will be go through mathematics for AI and ML. So here, before going further, what is exactly this course? I will discuss about what is exactly data science, AI, and ML. Data science is the combination of AI, ML, and deep learning. When we say artificial intelligence enable machine to think, and machine learning is we can say subset of artificial intelligence. Deep learning is a subset of machine learning. So to understand this course, you should have a basic knowledge of applied mathematics and discrete mathematics. So in the semester fifth, you will learn about mathematics and relating it with artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science. So basically, you will learn linear algebra, probability, and statistics, which are the base for machine learning. So here the question is, do we need the maths for machine learning? Yes, of course, basic maths is required, such as I said, statistics to get to know my model is better and gain some new insights, or we can say information or patterns. Like, for example, suppose if you want to know about today's price for gold or stock price for a specific company, then in that case, that kind of information we can easily predict with the help of machine learning models. There are different mathematical or we can say statistical probabilitical methods that are available, like mean, median, standard deviation, etc., that help us to analyze some data. Then you will go through linear algebra for learning. Linear algebra basically useful for learning about a new model. And the other thing is nothing but we can represent the data with the help of graphs that is mentioned in the module 3. Then you can explore the data, like as I said, to find some particular patterns from the data. So here you will go through different types of data and different types of graphs, like bar graphs, then pie chart, histogram, stem and leaf plot, etc. As well as you will gain some machine learning models, like how exactly you can utilize the optimization techniques and dimension reduction techniques through module number 5 and module number 6. So here the module 5 concentrates on optimization technique. As I said, optimization technique basically, when we say minimizing or maximizing any quantity, that can be mathematically represented with the help of optimization problem. And hence here the solution is used as optimizer algorithms that are basically used to improve a model's performance. Such as, suppose if you want to improve the model's accurate result, then in that case basically we go for optimization techniques. Then also you will go through the dimension reduction techniques. Dimension reductionability is nothing but a technique that is used to reduce the number of features in a data set. Like those features are important for designing a model. Those features are mostly considered while using dimension reduction algorithms. So here, for this particular course, you will require the basic knowledge of applied mathematics and discrete mathematics. So these are few references that you can refer, and there are some useful links also mentioned here. Again, there are lots of study material that is available online too. You can refer that also. So during semester 6, you will go through the game theory using AI ML. So here you will learn the game theory using artificial intelligence and machine learning. So the main course objective is to acquire the knowledge of game theory, to understand the concept of artificial intelligence, and to interpret the various machine learning algorithms. Here the basic knowledge or you can say prerequisite required for learning this course is knowledge of probability theory, discrete mathematics, and algorithm design is required. So here the course is basically divided into three categories. The first one is nothing but your two modules based on game theory. Like you can see here, the module 1 is introduction to game theory, and the module 2 is games with imperfect information. So when we say the game theory basically refers to a mathematical framework studying strategic decision making. Like it aims to predict how multiple players will work in a specific situation. Like there are different environments. Depending upon that environment, like whether the players are working in a specific situation or playing in a specific situation, cooperative games or symmetric and asymmetric games, or whether they are playing simultaneously or they are playing sequentially. Depending upon that, the different types of strategies that will be decided. So you will learn all those information in module 1 and module 2. Then module 3 and module 4 is based on AI for problem solving and for knowledge representation. So I will give you one example. Like for example, imagine you are trekking down a hill, and it is dark, and there are lots of bumps and turns. So you have no way of knowing how to reach the center. So now imagine every time you progress, you have to pause and you have to simply find out with the help of map or some other things, how exactly you reach. So that you need to simply calculate your direction and then speed up to the next set. So this is when we heard this sounds painfully, or we can say less fun, right? So here, basically the analogy is used to, like, the heel is nothing but your loss of landscape, and the topological map is nothing but the set of rules that are used for calculation, and you are nothing but the parameters of the neural network. So here the objective is to reach to the global minima. So here in case of module 3 and 4, basically there are different algorithms, AI algorithms that they have mentioned. Like hill climbing is one of the algorithm, as I said, and A star based for search algorithms, as well as some building a knowledge base are introduced in module 3 and module 4. In the module 5 and module 6, these two are based on use of machine learning algorithms. Use of machine learning algorithms such as supervised learning and unsupervised learning. So when we say supervised learning, these algorithms are trained using some label data, means we know the outputs. Okay, so it includes various algorithms such as linear regression, logistic regression, support vector machine, multi-class classification, decision tree, etc. And in case of unsupervised learning is like algorithms that are trained using the unlabeled data, means you know the input, but you don't know the what is exactly output. So there are some algorithms they have mentioned under module 6, like clustering algorithm, KNN, a priori, etc. So after successful completion of this particular course, you will be able to understand the basic concepts of game theory. Then you will be able to understand what is exactly the artificial intelligence and what are the different methods and how we can describe the foundations. So these are some references, textbooks and reference books you can refer for this course. So in the semester 7 is based on artificial intelligence and machine learning in healthcare. So in the semester 7, you will go through AI and ML in healthcare domain. So the big benefit here you will get here is the practical experience of the course. So the objective is to understand the need and significance of AI ML for healthcare domain. So you will be learning AI, ML, deep learning, and data mining techniques or methods for healthcare domain. Data mining techniques for healthcare domain, such as ensemble learning, is one of the example. So when we say ensemble, it is a technique which uses multiple independent or other methods to derive an output or make some predictions. For example, suppose if I say decision tree is one of the method, and by using decision tree, we can derive a random forest as an ensemble method. Okay, similarly, there are different algorithms they have mentioned for healthcare domain, like meta learning algorithms and many more evolutionary algorithms also they have mentioned. So here in this particular course, you will go through evaluating learning for intelligence also. So basically here you will learn the models that you can say how designed models are better than the previous models. Means you can simply validate your models, and you can show that your models are more better than whatever the models that are available. So then you will learn the natural language processing in model 4 in healthcare domain. So when we say the natural language processing is a process in which it helps the clinics to identify the absence of certain medical conditions or symptoms. It simply basically we can say recognize the negated words or phrases such as not present or not available or unlikely. For example, suppose if a patient does not have a condition or a symptom, or if a patient is not having any type of similar symptoms to that disease, then we can easily identify such problems with the help of natural language processing. Basically, it is similar to your emotions or sentiment recognition, if you have heard. Then also you will go through the future of healthcare using AI and ML. So here you will learn different case studies in module 6, you can learn about robot assisted surgery, smart hospitals, etc. So if we take the example of a robot who matched the human level, that is nothing but Sophia is one of the best example of it. Sophia is the social robot who was developed to serve as a champion for senior citizens. Yeah, many of you heard about this Sophia robot. And the prerequisite for this particular course is you should have a knowledge of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So, as I said previously, there is a big benefit here. Is nothing but they have included the lab in healthcare domain. So there are some suggested experiments, and here the term work is of 50 marks and the oral is of 50 marks. So total 100 marks weightage is given to this lab. So there will be some experiment you are going to apply, like you are going to apply appropriate models to solve some specific healthcare problems, such as you can perform various experiments on data. So such type of data you can work like DNA sequence, or what are the different styles of the patient, then patient history, etc. So you can collect the different data, you can clean the data, you can integrate and transform healthcare data based on specific disease. Then you can perform exploratory data analysis for healthcare. Then you can apply AI model for medical diagnosis based on MRI or X-ray data. Also, you can perform some natural language entity extraction for medical reports. Then you can predict the patient's risk or disease risk from patient's data, as well as medical reviews analysis from social media data. So here you will more concentrate on the labs. Okay. So these are some textbooks and references you can refer while doing this course. In the semester 8, you will learn about the text, web, and social media analytics course. So here, in this course, you will learn how to extract the information from the text and perform some data pre-processing. So that basically task you have learned in might be learned in semester 5. So here also you will work on the same, but here they have more concentrated on text, and you can apply different clustering and classification algorithms in module 2. So this basically clustering and classification algorithms you will apply on textual data and perform some kind of prediction. Also you will apply some web mining and techniques to perform mining, searching, and spamming of web data. As well as here, you will go through some providing solutions to the problems, the problems that are raised using social media mining, behavior analytics, recommendation system, etc. Also, you will apply some machine learning technique that perform sentiment analysis on data as well as on social media. So the prerequisite for this course are Python programming, and you should aware of some data mining concepts. So these are some references. You can go through these references while learning this course. So eligibility criteria. See, suppose if you are interested in opting artificial intelligence and machine learning or any of the honor course, then in that case, third year undergraduate engineering students from the 5th semester, those students who are satisfying certain criterias like no backlogs in the semester first, second, and third. Then the second criteria is the CGPI based on semester first, second, and third. That must be 6.75 and above. And for the direct second year students, there should be no backlog in semester third, and CGPI must be 6.7 and above. Basically, these are optional for the students to take honors and minor degree programs in engineering. So it is up to you. As per your interest, you can opt for one of the course. Then when we talk about the marking scheme, then in that case, there will be 2 internal assessment tests in every semester, means from semester 5th to semester 8. So that a test shall be carried out at institute level for each subjects of honors and minors program, and the passing criteria is basically 40%. And so every semester you should at least try to get the 40% of marks, and end semester exam, that is theory examination, is of 80 marks. And for the lab, already I have mentioned there is 50% weightage for the term work and 50% weightage for the oral, that is total 100 marks. So when we come to the job roles, then after certification, what can you do with AI ML? So AI ML professionals work across many sectors such as banking, finance, healthcare, then manufacturing, sports, and many other areas where AI professionals are working. So after earning an AI ML certification, you will find a rewarding career in one of the sectors with different roles, such as AI project manager, AI programmer, AI engineer, then AI specialist, data scientist, data analytics, etc. So some of the most common roles in AI include like computer vision engineer is also one of the role, then machine learning engineer, again AI application developers. So each of these roles you will need to be knowledgeable about what are the different underlying algorithms that are there in artificial intelligence and machine learning, what are the different programming languages, and what are the different frameworks that are used to develop AI applications. So this is all about the course. If you are having any questions or concerns, you can contact to me or Dr. Prachi Raut ma'am or Dr. Vaishali Jadhav ma'am or Miss Amrita Mathur ma'am from IT department. They are all sit at third floor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aruna ma'am.
Thank you, Valentina ma'am. Should I stop sharing? No.
Yes, ma'am. I'll start with mine. Okay, so good morning, students. The next honor program that we are going to be seeing is about data science. So this is going to be a very brief orientation about what you can expect to learn in data science. Starting with what is data science, what does this entire honor mean? So data science is nothing but a study of the data. So whenever there's a new product launch or whenever you say there is some analysis required, maybe it is stock prediction or maybe any other type of analysis, healthcare analysis, a pandemic analysis that you need to do. You need to collect the data, you need to process those data, and you need to represent that data in some particular format so that we can come to a solid conclusion. We can derive an inference from that data. So that is what you're going to study in data science. Data science is going to go much in hand in hand with AI ML, as Aruna ma'am was already explaining. So we are going to use part of some traditional data collection methods, part of some machine learning methods, part of some software to display our data in order to understand the trend in that particular data. So that is what the entire domain of data science talks about. Now, having said what is in data science, we move ahead that what we expect to learn from this honor program. Okay, so this honor program is an individual program from the existing degree course that you're doing, and it's an 18 credits course in all. Okay, so starting with SEM 5, we are going to learn about mathematics for data science. The topic that we are going to start with in this is going to be linear algebra and probability. Now, this is something that you all have already learned in maybe your first, second, and the third semester. The difference in this course is going to be that we are going to see the data science perspective of these particular techniques. So when I talk about probability or when I talk about linear algebra, that is matrices and vectors, how we are going to use that to analyze a taken survey, to analyze a questionnaire that we have conducted, or even the optimization techniques that we are going to see. So we will be collecting n number of questions from you also. For example, if we want to understand your perspective on something, we will be sharing a Google form, we'll be collecting a lot of data. Now, once we receive all the data, it is up to us to consider which data needs to be analyzed, right? So we need to optimize the entire model or the entire equation that we are going to use to analyze the data. We have to take care of what are the features or what are the answers that we are going to consider in order to analyze your mindset. Okay, so that is what you'll be doing in optimization and dimension reduction techniques. Apart from that, you will also be having an introduction to graph, which means that what are the different graphing techniques, OGIF graph or stem plots or maybe bar graph, histogram. So what are these different graphs, why they are used, the significance of each and every graph that is there, and how you can represent the data into some graphical analysis. That is exploratory graph analysis. So that is what you are expected to learn in SEM 5. This is a 4-credit subject. Okay, so when I say it's a 4-credit subject, you're going to have an 100 marks paper, 80 for the NSEM exam, and 20 from your average IAT. Now, this particular topic does not have much practical usage. Okay, it is going to be more mathematical. So we won't be showing any practicals during the lectures. Starting with your semester 6, semester 6 talks about the statistical learning for data science. Okay, again, this is a 4-credit subject. Here you will learn what is a data? Okay, what kind of information can you term as data? The types of data, maybe quantitative, maybe qualitative data. So what are the different types of data? Okay, how to generate the probability of data. So SEM6 is going to be more about your usage of data science in business, okay, in business analytics. So when I talk about probability in SEM 6, this is going to be how do I analyze or how do I change the data such that it is going to give me an entire graphical representation. Okay, after that we are going to have certain hypothesis testing. So whether whatever we have collected the data for, whether our aim is met or not. So that is what you're going to learn and how you have to do hypothesis testing. Then we enter into something which is important known as regression and time series analysis. Now, regression is nothing but when I collect a lot of data, I need to conclude, right? So I cannot expect all the data to follow a particular trend. So I have to come to a conclusion wherein considering the most likelihood or the most expected output that I can get. So that is what you're going to learn in regression. How do I form that particular model which is going to give me the maximum output, the maximum desired output? Okay, so that is what you are expected to learn in SEM 6. Starting with the topic of regression, there can be a few experiments or there can be a few practical things that we'll be doing here and there to understand each and every regression model in your syllabus. Moving ahead, your SEM 7 is a 6 credit course. So the 4 credits are for the theory and there will be 2 credit for practical over here. Now SEM 7 talks about data science for health and social care. So this is a very specific topic wherein we are going to learn how you can use data science for healthcare. Okay, it can be image analysis. So whatever images we produce in healthcare, maybe x-rays, scans, how do you analyze that image and come to a conclusion? It can be NLP for text. So having natural language processing models which is going to analyze the text that is created, extracting information from the text and giving an inference over what is written or what is said in that particular statement. Social media analysis. Now, this is included. This gives an idea about an outbreak. If there is a virus outbreak, if there is an outbreak of maybe some particular disease in some particular region, okay, to analyze the impact of that outbreak through social media, okay, through maybe through your tweeting or maybe through the Facebook post, maybe through the post by various doctors, blogs or papers by various doctors. We try to analyze the current situation. That is what you're going to learn in social media analysis. And the last topic in SEM 7 is going to be data analytics, where how do you analyze the received data? Okay, how do you infer from the data and how can you produce that data to the external world? That is what you're going to learn. Talking about the lab perspective, it is going to be almost depending upon what you see in this particular topic. Okay, so it is going to be very much oriented to healthcare and social care for the lab perspective. Coming to the last semester, which is SEM 8, you're going to learn about text, web, and social media analytics. So here again, we are going to see about text mining. That is, how do you get information from some text, from some speech or audio, how to use that information for clustering and classification. So the entire data science can be divided into regression and classification. Regression is finding the best output or finding the maximum output, and classification is when you bifurcate it into 2 or more subdivisions. Okay, so in the last module, in the last semester, you will be doing about classifications, and you will be again working a little deeper into social media analysis and into sentiment analysis. So that is a very brief introduction of what you can expect in a data science honors. Coming to the eligibility criteria or maybe the assessment criteria, it is going to remain the same as what Aruna ma'am has explained for the previous honor program. Coming to the job perspective, I think most of us know that data science is currently the boom in IT, right? So the only reason being, whatever I want to do, I need an analysis. So if I am going to launch a product, maybe if I'm going to produce a car, or maybe if I'm going to produce even for a bar of soap that I want to produce, I want to put it into the market. First, I need to analyze whether this is going to be helpful. I need to analyze whether I can succeed in this particular product. So that is where data science comes into picture. Now, once I have maybe conducted a survey, maybe given out samples and taken some feedback, and I do analysis of that feedback in order to understand the impact of my product. Maybe it is a successful product that it is launched into the market, but even after that, I need to keep a regular check whether my product is meeting the rat race in the market, or whether it is competitive enough to sustain in the market. If I see that my product is not doing too well after maybe a couple of years, then I need to include something. I need to upgrade my product so that again it can be used in the market efficiently. So for all of these things, over the years, you require data science. So that is why this is one subject which is not going to lose its job opportunities. So if you are interested in entering into the IT field, you can always try for this subject. The topics are not that difficult, provided you start studying well from SEM 5, that is mathematics for data science. If you can understand the mathematics and statics behind the entire modeling procedure, then SEM 7 and SEM 8 is going to be easy for you all. So that's about the data science honors that we have. So the next honor is going to be cyber security. It is not necessary that since I'm taking the orientation of both the honors, I'll be teaching. Any teacher, an expert in this domain, will be taking the honors forward. Okay. Now, cybersecurity, as the name suggests, we know that it is about securing our cyberspace. Now, when I talk about cyberspace in layman language, it is also known as internet. Okay. Nowadays, everyone is into internet. Whatever we require, whatever we want to find, we directly crash into our internet and we start searching, right? So when we are using internet so much, we should be aware of the various threats in cyberspace and how we can keep our cyberspace secure. Okay, how we can protect ourselves, protect our day-to-day usage of internet from the external dark web. That is what you are going to learn in cyber security. So again, this is an 18 hours credit course starting with ethical hacking in SEM 5. So in SEM 5, we are going to learn the initial or the most basic requirement of an internet, which is networking. You'll be learning how an internet works. What are the various protocols behind the internet? How is an application hosted? On which layer is an application hosted? And all those things. Followed by the topic of cryptography, which is one of the important topics, which talks about encryption and scrambling of data so that it is not readable by a layman. So whenever we transfer some data from one system to other, you need to encrypt it so that it is not visible, or it cannot be read by an interceptor, by a third person. So you will be doing certain encryption decryption techniques over here, and then we will be touching upon what is the network and web security. So you'll be seeing a lot of software such as John the Ripper, or some probing softwares, some softwares using which you can maybe hack a password or maybe penetrate into a system, or maybe using the same software to protect your system. Okay, maybe softwares to encrypt the data, softwares to for steganography and all those things, so that you can protect your particular information. After that, you will be learning about hardware security, which is going to talk about your firewalls and other implementations which can be used to keep your hardware secure, to keep your system secure, to not allow anyone to enter into the maybe the hard disk of your system, or enter into the memory of your system. So ethical hacking is going to be very interesting, wherein you will be learning how the internet is working and a few gist of how you can be working or how you can be securing your network and your system. From ethical hacking, the next semester, you will be going into something known as digital forensics. Again, an interesting topic wherein we start with what is cyber crime. Okay, what kind of crime can be classified as an internet crime? And having been classified as an internet crime, how are we going to find this cyber crime? Okay, that is what you known as that is what you term as digital forensics. Forensics, as you know, is a science of finding evidence and concluding into what must have happened. Okay, so we are just imagining what must have happened using the various evidence that is available. Now, having said this, we are going to first see about what digital forensics is. Then we are going to again enter into computer forensics, network forensics, and mobile forensics. All these three forensic techniques are going to teach you all how to find a trace of a cyber crime. Okay, if someone has hacked your system, if someone has tried to get some information from your system, okay, how do you find this? How do you find a log file for this? How do you find that something like this has happened to your system? That is what we are going to learn in three different things. So when I talk about computer, it is about the laptop, desktop that you're using. When I talk about network, it comprises of the end devices, that is the laptop, the desktop, maybe the mobile phones, as well as the servers and other things connected to the network. And mobile phones, obviously, any moving device is a mobile device. Okay, so again, your laptop is a mobile device, your cell phones are a mobile device. Any device, any portable device is known as a mobile device. So mobile forensics talks about the forensics of a portable device. Now, having found the traces, having found that there is some kind of tampering with your system, you need to report it in a specific format, and you need to react to it in a specific format. So that is what you will be learning in report writing and incident response. Okay, so how do you respond to maybe a cyber crime? Whom do you contact? And all those things will be briefed upon in case of your digital forensics. So that is what you will be learning in SEM 6. In SEM 7, we are going to move forward to security information management. As you can see, this is a 6 credit course, which means that it comprises of theory as well as lab sessions. Okay, so we are going to start with how to secure your information. Your entire internet is about information, right? It is transfer of information, maybe from a device to another device, retrieving of information, storing of information. That is what you will be doing in information security. How to retrieve an information, how to store an information using the various cloud computing techniques, or maybe the various databases that we have. What are the threat and the risk in this kind of information storing? Okay, so what are the threat and risk in retrieving an information from a cloud, storing an information into a cloud? That is what you will be seeing in this particular topic, followed by access management. So we will be touching about access management in SEM 5 as well, in network and web security. So the various access management techniques that you all know, maybe biometric access management, password, pins. Okay, so that is what we are going to see in detail, followed by the web applications and the OS security. So this is going to explain you all that how you can keep your system secure using the various security features included in Windows and Linux systems. Okay. Now coming to the laboratory part of SEM 7, we will be doing about the various penetration labs over here. Okay, how to penetrate into a network, how to penetrate into a system, how to secure the systems from penetration attacks is what the entire lab consists of. This is a 2-credit lab which is going to have a lab exam. So you will have a practical exam and you will have 50 marks term work for your lab. So that is about SEM 7 that you will be doing. And coming to SEM 8, it is about application security. So here we will be learning how to secure our web applications or various applications in your system. Okay, what are the various softwares that can be used for keeping your application secure, how to desire or how to design a secure application. Okay, what are the criteria that you need to follow so that your application is not penetrated, and what are the various threats that is possible, various risks that is possible in your particular application development. So that is what we are going to see in SEM 8. Again, these are 4-credit courses in each semester, which means that you will have an 80 marks end theory paper, 20 marks IIT average that we will be taking. As of for the lab, it's a 2-credit lab, which means that you are going to have an practical examination of 50 marks and your term work is of 50 marks. Okay, so we will be performing all these various labs in Linux systems and in Windows systems. Now, many of us must be aware of what are the job opportunities for IT or maybe for data science, for AI/ML, but we are not aware of what are the job opportunities of cyber security. So every field has every domain has a lot of vacancies for cyber security. If anyone is working in IT, they need to keep their internet secure, they need to keep their network secure. So every IT organization has a cyber security engineer who's also known as a network security engineer. So I have just listed down the job opportunities available in this particular domain. Okay, obviously you cannot directly jump into one of these jobs. You will have to start from a network security engineer, and your degree as a B or bachelor's degree is not sufficient for these kind of jobs in India. So that is the reason opting for this particular honors is going to help you all a lot to enter into this particular job. Apart from the honor program, apart from your bachelor's degree, you may also require to do a lot of certifications, but this you can do as you all enter into your field and as you all work through this field. Students, cybersecurity is one of the fields which is lacking engineers nowadays. Okay, we don't have much engineers who are opting this field. So if you really want to make a very good career in this particular field, and if you have a very good knowledge of networking, or if you are interested in networking, you can always opt for this particular field, wherein you will learn a lot about how to keep your internet secure, in result of how to keep yourself secure from the internet. So that is all about what you all are going to learn in the cyber security honors. You can find me in 507, or you can approach Kavita ma'am for cyber security, Dakshata ma'am, Ram sir from EXTC. So Kavita ma'am and Dakshata ma'am are from computer science department, Ram sir from EXTC department, or Ankita ma'am for computer science department for cyber security. For data science, you may approach myself. I sit in 507, or you may approach Nazrin ma'am in case you have any doubt in this particular honor program. Thank you so much, students. Adil sir, you may start.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So, good morning all. This is Adil Sheikh. I am from Electrical Engineering Department. I'm the coordinator for Electric Vehicle Honors Degree Program. I would be sharing the information regarding the Electric Vehicle Honors Program. So before I start the presentation, this particular subject, that is electric vehicle, will be considered as an honor degree for the student of mechanical and electrical engineering. Whereas for the students of computer, IT and EXTC, it will be counted as a minor degree. So honors program will only be valid for electrical and mechanical, and for computer, IT and EXTC student, if they are opting for electric vehicle, it will be counted as a minor degree program. So the syllabus for the honors and minor degree program consists of 4 parts. First is related to the 5th semester. Second subject is in 6th semester, and the third part, that is the 7th semester, consists of 1 theory subject and 1 lab, and 8th semester consists of 1 theory subject. So total 18 credits are there in this particular subject. So how the subject or how the flow has been divided. So the first part of the subject focuses on the vehicular systems and its dynamic. So here you will be focusing more about the mechanical parts of the vehicle, how the gears and these things are arranged. At the same time, there will be an introductory part about electric vehicle, the mechanical arrangement of electrical and mechanical component inside the electric vehicle will be focused over here. In the second subject, which is related to the electric vehicle drive and energy sources, the major portion or the major focus is on the electrical aspect of the electric vehicle, where we will be dealing with the interfacing of the electric motors, batteries, and the different energy sources which are available in the electric vehicle. The 7th semester subject focuses on the auxiliary parts of the electric vehicle, which consist of the air conditioning units, the braking system, the controlling units, which are responsible for the turn off on and off of the lights. And then we have a dedicated lab, which is related to the subject which you have studied in 5th, 6th, and the 7th semester. And last subject, that is the 8th semester subject, focuses on the design aspects of the electric vehicle, which consist of all the mathematical designs which are related to the electric vehicle. So just a quick overview that what you are going to study in each semester in each subject. So the first subject which you are going to study in the 5th semester is divided into 2 parts. So the first part is related to the basic mechanics of the vehicle, what are the transmission system available and the subsystems which are there, related to the braking, the manual transmission, the automatic powertrain, and how the vehicle development, what are the configuration, what are the body structure, what is the constructions, the materials that are used. Then there is one more chapter which focuses on the ICE engines, that is the gasoline engines and its performance characteristic, where you will be going through what are the basic characteristics which are available in ICE engine and how that characteristic are modified for electric vehicle application when you go for vehicles which are a combination of fuel, that is the petrol and the electric vehicle, or maybe a diesel and an electric vehicle. Now, the second part of this subject is the introductory part to the electric vehicle. If you see over here, it is a general descriptions which has been given related to the vehicle, which can be an electric vehicle or which can be a gasoline based vehicle. However, the subject starts the focus of electric vehicle from this part, where different types of electric vehicles are explained, that how the configuration of electric vehicles are, and then what is the current status of electric vehicle, whether we have battery electric vehicle, fuel cell electric vehicle, what are the transmission system, and how we are what is the advantage of having ICE based like electric vehicle in comparison to the ICE based vehicle. So this is all about the 5th semester subject, which is actually a combination of I can say 60% or 70% of mechanical plus 30% of electrical contents. Whereas when you focus on the 6th semester subject, it is completely electrical aspects of the electric vehicle, where we start with first part is related to the motors, that is what all motors are connected inside the electric vehicle, whether the motors which we use are DC motor, AC motor, and the different types of motor which are highly adopted why and which motor you have to select for an electric vehicle application. That all things will be focused in this particular chapter, which is the first chapter. Now coming to the second chapter, since it is electric vehicle, we are more interested in the power conversions. As you may know that for power conversion, whether it is DC to DC conversion or whether it is a DC to AC conversion, that is either a rectifier operation or either a inverter operation, we require a power converters. Okay, so all the basics of power converters and how power electronics based converters helps in electric vehicle application will be focused in the second chapter. Based on these two things, that is the power electronics and the traction motor, the third chapter has been established, which is the control of power converters and the motors, where the focus is how you can control this electric motor with the help of the power electronics devices. A very simple example I would like to mention over here, how you will decide that the acceleration, when you press the acceleration pedal, that speed should get equivalently converted with the help of the electric motor. If it is a ICE engine, the working is a different thing. But when we talk about electric motor, it is the electrical input which is given to the motor and you get a mechanical output. So that electrical input control is done with the help of this power electronic converters. So this power electronics converters, how they help in modulating or in controlling the motors will be the focus of this particular chapter, that is the third chapter. So the first part of this particular subject focuses on the power electronics and drives aspect of the electric vehicle. And next we have energy sources for EV, that from where you will get energy, whether it is battery, whether it is fuel cell, whether it is ultra capacitor or a flywheel. But as we know that most of the electric vehicles are based on the battery, so you will see more focus over here on the batteries and what are the batteries, the design consideration, the calculation part, how batteries are connected, all that arrangement will be focused on this fourth chapter, that is the energy sources for EV. Then as we move towards the electric vehicle, for charging an electric vehicle, we need certain infrastructure. So as you know that India is still in a developing phase, whereas there are some countries which are well established with the infrastructure of charging. So the next chapter which focus is on the battery charging infrastructure, where you will be going through certain charging infrastructure which are installed maybe at your home, maybe during the journey on the highways, which type of charging infrastructures are required, how the energy will flow from vehicle to the charging point or from the charging point to the vehicle, that all focus will be done over here. And at the same time, you will also come across various chargers which are available in India and out of India, and the standards associated with the chargers. You cannot have any chargers to be connected to electric vehicle. There are certain standards which we have to follow, and that standards has been described by Government of India and few automation society which specify the charger requirements, and that charger requirements and all this will be focused over here in the fifth chapter, that is battery charging infrastructure. And last chapter focuses on the drive cycle, that how your electric vehicle will move around a city, with a heavy traffic, will move around a highway culture, or when you are traveling on a hilly region, or when you are traveling in a region where there is a high slopes. Okay, so that all different cycles which are standards has been discussed over here in this sixth chapter. So as you see over here, the sixth semester subject is completely based on the electrical aspects of the electric vehicle. Now moving on to this, since we have already studied what is inside the electric vehicle in sixth semester, and in the fifth semester, we are already studying about the outer structure, that is the body structure, the component placing, the type of electric vehicle, all this. Now the next seventh semester subject focuses on the auxiliary circuits and the controlling units. So here, if you will see that what are the braking system over here is, what are the steering system is, then the control unit for LEDs, like I said, there are certain cars which are keyless car, there are certain cars which are automated by pressing, you can open the lock. All that focus will be covered in this particular subject, which is related to the auxiliary circuits and the automatic controller. So you will see the focus will be on the vehicle control unit, electronic control unit, then certain automotive sensors, actuators, and networking. Then again, there will be one more chapter related to the thermal management system, where the focus will be on the air conditioning units which are installed in the electric vehicle, that how that air conditioning unit works, what are the cooling methods available, what are the chargers, and how the design consideration of electric vehicle should be. Why it is very important to know? Because if you have seen the recent cases of electric bikes, they are getting burned because of the inefficient battery technologies and the high amount of heat which it produces. So it is very important to understand that it is not only about electrical and mechanical aspect, but it also consists of the thermal aspect, which is a very important concept while you deal with the electric vehicle, that how to cool certain appliance, certain equipments or certain parts of electric vehicle where there is a high amount of heat which will be getting established. So this seven semester subject focuses on such techniques where you will be designing certain thermal management system, the sensors, the actuators for controlling the electric vehicle in a precise manner. Now we also have one dedicated lab for electric vehicle owners, and to say it is the best combination which has been established to make a student understand electric vehicle, because the lab has been divided into three parts. One part focuses on the experimental study, where you will be working on certain hardware kits for understanding the electric vehicle and what are the components, certain tests on the motor performance, how battery cell balancing and how batteries are connected inside an electric vehicle. That all experiments will be performed based on the hardware kits which are available, which will be made available before the start of the semester. Then the second part focuses on the software tools, where we will be using certain software to simulate a certain driving condition or a certain performance condition for electric vehicles. So as you can see, you will be getting a knowledge about both the hardware aspects as well as the software aspects in the lab. Whereas the additional advantage which we are getting in this particular lab is that they have clearly specified that you need to visit any industrial manufacturing facility where you will be actually seeing how electric vehicles are manufactured, maybe certain battery pack industry, maybe certain battery charger facility. So this industrial visit is on an add-on with the study which you will be doing in hardware and the software at a college level. And another thing which makes it more special is that you need to go for a course project based on the design, fabrication, and the program of any one of the components of electric vehicle. So either like in a group of 4 students or 5 students, you can make one project on battery, you can make one project on the body structure of the electric vehicle, one student like something like that, the different charges. So this particular subject is actually a subject where you can work on as a field work kind of stuff, where you will be explored with the hardware stuff, where you will be explored with the software stuff, the actual industrial visit, and last but not the least, the implementation of any one of the components of the electric vehicle. So this is a very special kind of lab which has been established for the electric vehicle, and with a very broader perspective that students should understand in and out about the electric vehicle. And the last semester subject, that is the 8th semester subject, focuses on the electric vehicle system design, which is actually the complete mathematical calculation. Now, since you know what all components are inside the electric vehicle, how they are placed, what all the roles and responsibility of each component is. Now here you will be focusing on the calculation, like how if you are saying that your electric vehicle is of having a battery of 20 kilowatt, so how you reach to that 20 kilowatt of the battery, how you decided that your weight of the body structure will be this much, that the aerodynamic drags is how much, whether this on slope, how your electric vehicle will work. All that calculation will be done over here in this particular chapter, which is related to the design aspect, You can see over here that how the selection and sizing of EV electric motors will be done, then how you can select and size the battery pack and other energy sources, then again the automotive subsystem design, then the integration, the design of charging infrastructure, and the design of the safety. So whatever you have studied in 5th, 6th and 7th semester has a theoretical aspect, has the block diagram or maybe the roles and responsibility kind of thing. The same thing in the mathematical aspect you will be studying in the last semester. So this is all about the electric vehicle as a honors degree program. If you have any doubt, you can contact me in 518, or you can also meet Rohit sir from mechanical department. He sits in 107. So you can meet me or Rohit sir to understand more about the electric vehicle. Thank you. Johnson sir, done.